5-Minute Mystery by the DSVK family. So, what's the deal with reflections? You seem to be reflecting the numbers a lot into letters, into other numbers, and even into planets. Why? How do you know which reflection to use when? Yes, all very good questions. Did you ever notice how the sky reflects in the ocean? Did you also notice that the ocean reflects the color of the sky? It's an endless cycle between the sky and the ocean. Let's build a family tree for Thomas. Thomas came from 2 parents. Before that, those 2 parents had 4 grandparents. And those 4 grandparents had 8 great parents. It definitely gets more complicated with each generation. Eventually, the tree will have millions and millions of people in it. Looking forward, the pattern is very similar. When Thomas meets Nancy and they create a baby, it starts with 1 cell dividing into 2 cells. 2 cells becomes 4 cells, 4 cells becomes 8 cells, so on and so on until eventually a baby is born with millions and millions of cells. People are also an endless cycle, following the 6-base reflection pattern of 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, which is a 7 on the first level, and then 16 to 32, which is a 5 on the third level, and then 32 to 64, which is a 1 on the sixth level, and the pattern repeats. I know this pattern. Tesla made it famous. He sure did, and it was clear to him that 3, 6, and 9 did not fit into this pattern. Well, you definitely would know it by looking at the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 always seems like a matching set to me. No one number stands out more than the rest. Well, except maybe 1. 1 is first and the best, right? Sometimes. It depends on the context. On a survey scale, 1 to 10, 1 is the worst. True, context is always important. Okay, so if 3 and 6 and 9 don't fit into this looping pattern, where do they fit? Good question, because they are not extra numbers. 3 and 6 are powerful connecting numbers that form their own 2-base reflection pattern. 3 and 3 is 6, 6 and 6 is 12, which is a 3 on the first level. 12 and 12 is 24, which is a 6 on the second level, and so on and so on. Cool. So do 3 and 6 fit in with this hexagon here? Yes. 1 and 2 make 3, 2 and 4 make 6, 4 and 8 make 12, which is a 3 on the first level. 8 and 7 make 15, which is a 6 on the first level. 7 and 5 make 12, which is a 3 on the first level. And lastly, 5 and 1 make 6. Huh, almost looks like a molecule. But I don't see where 6 and 3 are connecting to each other. To see that, we need to reflect our hexagon pattern, not as an identical replication, but as a true reflection, which requires a line of symmetry. Oh, well, not what I was thinking, but now it sort of looks like a flower. It does. And with the hexagons in place, we can finish the rest of the pattern. Do you recognize this grid pattern? Sorta. Mathematicians know this grid as the 4 quadrants of X and Y. Biologists know this grid as the genetic probability of dominant and recessive genes. Meteorologists know this grid pattern as the 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Oh, okay, yeah. It reminds me of like morning, afternoon, evening, and midnight. Hey, that's a good one. Thanks. So, what about the number 9? There doesn't seem to be any room left. Well, If the outside is full, guess we have to go inside? Really? Oh, wait. I see it. All the numbers make 9. Good eye. You are correct. When 9 reflects, it creates another 9. So it is a 1-base reflection pattern. Now that's got to be even more powerful than the 3 and 6s. Yes, exactly right. Because 9 is powerful and rare, it helps support the loops from collapsing inward. Big number, big job. Dang, I hope 9 gets a big vacation too. You and me both.